Hey, my YouTube fam, all praises to the Almighty One. And today is our Saturday spell, and I want to touch on a few words. I know I mentioned one of them, but I got a request to go a little bit more in depth on it. My beautiful daughter sent me the etymology dictionary, so that goes even more in depth. It breaks down the words, and it was very helpful. And thank you, shout outs to my beautiful daughter Indigo. She gave me some really good information, and that was helpful. So today I'm going to start on the word control. And I want to say that I choose these words because these words resonate with me. I just start to dissect words, realize these two-syllable words, sometimes they have more of a meaning than what even the dictionary tell you. So there's not any dictionary that you can look in and get the real, true, in-depth meaning, except for, I guess, you go into ancient history and you can maybe get something from that. So however, I chose the word control. Control, I thought of it, the word con in it. So that con, like, you know, when someone swindles you, you get con. So I just thought of that word and said, oh, con. Troll is not a really good word that we should be using too often, because it's not a word that uplifts us, our vibration. And we want to use words that heightens our vibration. Those words that makes us feel good within our spirit. Those words that help us to connect with our source. So this is one of the main reasons I chose to start dissecting words and chose to change the way I use my vocabulary. It's a work in progress. It's something I have to remind myself each and every day, because we are so programmed from birth or before birth that it's a whole lifetime it almost takes for us to start making the change and the adjustment. So each and every day I remind myself and I remind my children. And sometimes when I'm speaking to people that's not used to the way I speak or my chosen words, I sometimes find myself using those old words, the words that I chose not to use, just because of communication. That's another adjustment that I myself am working on, because I want people to meet me where I'm at. So when I speak, and if they don't understand, I can explain why I use my words and explain what my words mean. So for control, like I said, the word con is what really got me. And what I got from the dictionary is the act, and this word is from in the 1500s, and it's the act of keeping under authority and regulation, facts of checking and directing action. So that's what control means, meaning restraint. So just think about it. When someone says, control yourself, they're telling you, in some ways, they're trying to use their authority to tell you, you need to control yourself. you need to restrain from the way you're acting or what you're doing. And that's okay at times. Sometimes we do need to be able to conduct ourselves accordingly. So it's fine. However, I just don't like the word con. So that control, it just bothered me. And yeah, so I'm just giving you the meaning of it. You have the word that they use, control freak. That's an obsessive person, a person who needs command of a situation. The word contra is against, over against, opposite on the opposite side. On the contrary, control is one of those words that I kind of felt a little weary on, and I don't want anyone putting any type of restraint on me. So in some ways they'll say, hey Karen, control what you're saying on your videos. I make sure everything I say is intentional. So I don't need to control myself. The next word is spell. And this series is called Saturday Spellz. And I choose the word spell today is because I wanted to kind of dissect it also. So when I looked up the word spell, my dictionary told me meaning of set of words with supposed magical or occult power. So the word cult, occult, means something secret or something hidden. That says a lot about spells and the reason why we're having this conversation today. Spells, and this word spell is a word that we shouldn't take lightly. Again, use your words intentionally and be careful how you use them, because we're using words and we're actually doing things in secret and not knowing. Let me further explain. Occult is also a word that goes with occultism. Occultism is hidden teachings. So just think about this. This one little 5-letter word is so deep, we're gonna have to do a video on that word alone, because it doesn't go with just the word. It's like a graph. It's like what would you call that? It's a graph.
Pyramid.
It's a graph. Because it's like one word, go with another word, goes with another word, goes with another word. So it's like a pyramid. Yeah. So let's go with that.
Say it's like a pyramid.
It's like a pyramid. So we're gonna go deeper into that word, but we can't do that today because that's just a video by itself. But yes, and those who created this whole agenda with the spells, where we are, when I say we're under hypnosis, it's so real. Because as I said before, the English language was made under deception. So as time went on, they change and they change and they change to fit their agenda. And those that know of who I'm speaking of when I say there is the 1%. So yes, those are the ones that does what they do. I don't know why I said it in secret, but it's the 1%ers. We know who the 1%ers are. I don't have to call them out. we know who they are. So we're going to go on and we're going to go further into this segment with the next word, and that's mortgage. Now in America, we all know people thrive to acquire a mortgage. And when I looked up mortgage, mortuary, the morgue, those things jumped up also with the word mortgage. When I looked up the word mortgage, it says death pledge. Death pledge. You pledge for a debt. Morgue means dead. Sometimes we don't get to finish paying before we transition. And even though we maybe pay before we transition, you'll never stop in America paying, because you got taxes, and those taxes, if they're not paid, guess what? They take your property, no matter what it is. So it's for us to learn and be smart. And again, I'm going to use that word, intentional, with what we do and how we do it. Because the goal is not to get a mortgage. The goal is to acquire assets. And once those assets are acquired, you use them to your benefit. There is a lot of information out here that's given us ways that we can purchase a home and pay off for that home far quicker with less time. So the 30 years, you don't need to take out something, a so-called mortgage, a death pledge for 30 years. No, we don't. We can cut those 30 years into 15. We can cut 20 into 10. But we have to be very smart how we go about it. And the good thing is, information is something, when you know it, you share it. So when you find it out, we can do a video talking about how to go about it. But when you find out how to acquire assets and be able to pay them off quickly, you share that information, because that type of information is worth being shared. My next word is encourage. So we need to address that word. Why? Because I don't want to end my courage. I want to have courage. So sometimes instead of us saying encourage, we should say encourage, because the etymology dictionary says the word was used in the English language as encourage, and it was changed to encourage. Why would they change that? Is that just something that they just do? That just puzzled me, because I didn't even know that happened. However, yes, the word was, they say vice versa, encourage. Let's use encourage. Let's ensure that we use our words properly. So encourage is a word that I would prefer to use as encourage, because I'm not ending my courage. I'm going to be encouraged, and I'm going to encourage others as I go forward with these words that we're dissecting. So we know that the word courage, because I just kind of went in on the in part. The word courage is spirit, temperament, That's what it means, the heart, the innermost feeling, the temper. Yeah, so don't we want to encourage that? We want to have a great heart, a heart that's open, that can encourage others to be open and willing to help, to lift people up, to do what's right in the Most High's sight. So as we go forward, we're going to encourage individuals. I'm going to encourage individuals because I know that's what I was here to do, encourage. So I left this word for my final word. And because I went over it on my last video, however, I have a particular person that want me to go deeper into the word definition. The word definition, D-E, is how they broke it up in the dictionary. And D means completely, which is a Latin word. Yes, so definition is derived from the word finish. And I mean finishon. Finishon is derived from the word finish. And that's boundaries. End. Boundaries. End. So we know that finish means end, but fini is boundaries. So the definition is complete boundaries. Let me go on. Definer is to limit, determine, explain. Breaking it down and just making it real simple. First and foremost, the word definition. When you hear that word, what do you hear? Deaf. You can't hear when you're deaf. So that is so deep. And I didn't expound on that the last video. But deaf. They want us to be deaf to the word. And here we are looking up in these Webster Dictionary, in the Merriam Dictionary, in so many other dictionary. Definitions. Deaf. Boundaries. Complete boundaries. End. So you going and you looking and you getting all words that has boundaries, that they created for our ears to be deaf to. Whoa, this is real. This is real. So it's completely bound to limit. Definition, that's the final word. Let's think about that. After I'm done, you guys can go and look it up too. And maybe you'll find a different source that I can use and you can share with me. But I would love if I can get some feedback on how you feel about these words. Now today is Saturday and I exercise the Sabbath. I love the Sabbath. I'm wearing my favorite color today, people. I love you guys so much. And I'm wearing my favorite color for you guys. And I'm sharing this segment, this series with you guys because it means so much to me. I'm a mother of 6. And I make it so much of an effort for me to share whatever I learn with my children. every day, because I want them to be a better part of me. So these words, I want them as they go out into life to be very careful with their words. We don't want to cast any spells on ourselves. We want to break the spells. We want to come out of that hypnotism that we've been under for so long. It might take a lifetime. However, I don't know if one of my 6 children might take this, what I'm doing today, and continue on with it later on in life. When I'm here, maybe I'll be older and unable to continue on doing this segment at that time, but they will take it. And they will take that baton and go with it and continue on from where I started. I want us all to be very careful with our words. Don't let this English language that has kept us under a spell for so long continue doing that. Let's break the spell. Let's just, like I say, strong. When I'm speaking of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I say the strong. I don't say that word that I used to, because I'm not that. I am strong, and I want to speak words with power. Power to empower not just me, but you too. And you share this with your family and your friends so they can be empowered. So we can break the spell and come out of the hypnotism. So if you love my videos, you like my Saturday Spellz videos, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Don't forget to hit that notification, like, comment, and subscribe.